my fellow reefers, March here, Fragbox TV. I'm going to do a video today on a beautiful new shipment of corals we just got in from Australia. If you don't already know, we do a reef-related topic here 7 days a week, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or just check back tomorrow because we're going to have another video up here on YouTube. I'm not going to do one of my rants. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting like I normally do. We're just going to dive right into it. Let's start, I guess. Let's start over here. Let's see what we got. Looks like we got some Blasto Musa. Blasto Musa. Usually we just call them Blastos. I don't know why I do this, but I think of these as like acans, but they're not acans. I think of them as acan's circular fat cousin. That's just what happens in my head. It's not scientific. It's not what you should think of them as, but this one here is cool. This is what I'm looking for. Blue. Blue is an unusual color to find in any coral, and then it's just as unusual to find in a blasto. This shipment of corals, I always use the word shipment. Is that the word we're going to use? Yeah, it's a shipment of corals. It had the craziest delay and stupidity I've ever experienced. So you know what? We're just going to talk about the corals today. No ranting. Pipe organ. If you saw the video that I released a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, my favorite corals of all time, this one's up there. I don't know why. It's called Tubipora musica. That's the Latin name. I'm just simply in love with this coral, and I think it's the fact that it comes in a white variety, but it's healthy, which is strange because anything in here that's going to be white generally means not healthy, no bueno, not good. White is a sign of bad. It's bleaching, something's wrong, except with this one. This is the exception. I think I'm going to keep this piece for one of our tanks here in the store. I just upset them, but these are little Christmas tree worm rocks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to link in the description a video we did on these. They're just the coolest little animals. We haven't had these in a long time. Scolies, some really cool war paints. Nice color varieties, colorways, as the cool kids say these days. Look at the colorways. Bleeding apple, I believe that's what they call this one. This one's unusual too. Hello. These are going to end up on our site shortly. We just like to let them hang out for a little bit, chill, acclimatize to the water. It is a long transit time. It's like if you got off a very long plane ride, you don't want to go out and start partying right away. You need to hang out in your hotel room for a little bit. Micromusa, they don't look the best. They don't look amazing. Yeah. You see how there's just lots of, how do I describe it? I don't know. They don't look amazing. Yeah, lots of, not even skeleton. I'm not capturing the word properly, but we're going to pass over these ones. Some hairy mushrooms, some sort of rhodactis maybe. Flower pots look very good. I always get confused between Alveolars and Gonipora. I believe that Alveolars has 24 tentacles on the end, on the heads there, and Gonipora only has 6. So if you want to pause the video and count, you can figure out which is which. This is a Lobophilia, which we don't see often, which is, I think, a very underappreciated, beautiful coral of the world. And we don't see them often, and people don't typically buy them. I don't think they realize how rare they are, how cool they are. But we normally call them lithos. Some of your standard red plating Monty. Very cool toadstool leather that may ultimately just end up in one of our own tanks, because if you know about me recently, I'm developing a leather addiction. That's what I'm going to call it, leather addiction. Latistella moselleia. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's kind of a new coral for us. We're just learning about it. It's really unusual. It's kind of like a Bower Banky, but with more defined ridges around its ends there. But speaking about Bower Banky, hello. There's a nice one. Why do I think of everything in references to acan? So now I think of this as like acan sumo-sized cousin. Maybe it's because I just love acan corals. Oh, I didn't notice you yesterday. Look at this Nephthia. This is very cool. Hello. Very cool Nephthia coral. Lots of chalice on this order. Lots and lots of echinophilia. This is a blue one. And the chalice, they don't come looking their best. So let me show you what I mean over in this tank. I like to keep them under T5 for a little bit because they just get better color. Actually, these ones look pretty good. What am I talking about? Maybe when I was unpacking them last night. Actually, they look pretty good. So maybe disregard everything I'm saying. Okay, kind of like this. This isn't the most fantastic looking coral right now. I hope you didn't hear me. You know what? I don't want to hurt his feelings. You're beautiful, inside and out. But you're going to get more beautiful as time goes on. And what I find happens often is I'll list a coral on the site like that for like maybe 90, 100 bucks. And then over time, it just gets the most ridiculous color. I'm like, damn, I sold that too cheap. It colored up. It got really, really nice. I find that happening a lot. Okay, so this is not good right here. This is a plate coral touching a very aggressive Lobo coral. So I'm gonna hope he didn't sting. Oh crap. So last night they weren't really open when I put them in. So I'm gonna move this guy somewhere. Sorry, you guys are probably not wanting to watch me move corals, but you know what? We'll make some content out of it. Look at this on the side. That's some coral warfare going on there. Lobophilia. We call them Lobos. Very aggressive coral. Very strong sting. And I'm just hoping now that he didn't do too much damage to the side of this plate coral. Again, Lobo, this is something that kind of happens when we get in new stuff. They look a little bit smaller than they are. We are sort of in a rush just to get them in the tank because they've been in transit for so long. And then what ends up happening is they touch, which is not good. It is okay for corals like this. You always hear me talking about hammers, frog pond, torches. They can all touch. We got a lot of euphilia. Lots of euphilia. There's even more downstairs. I'm just going to scan over them slowly to kind of give you a different, an idea of the colors. Some nice torch, purple, green hammers. This is a wall variety. This is cool. This is very cool. Yeah, I think that's an Ancora. I'm not sure. I'm running on not the most amount of sleep, so I apologize in advance if the video's coming through with less than my usual level of enthusiasm. Hello, hammers. Hello, frog sponges. Good morning. They're all just waking up. The lights are coming on. Very cool colors. All very healthy for the transit time. And the stupid delay. Maybe I'll talk about the delay, what happened in the vlog post. Nothing like that has ever happened to me, but I spent 14 hours sitting at the airport. It wasn't fun, but it was worth it when you get an orange hammer coral like this. I'm definitely keeping one of these. I think it's going to be this one, unless someone comes in the store and snags it quickly. Oh, check this out. These are the blue pin cushions. We don't get these often. Really cool. Kind of like a rare cleanup crew member we don't get often here in the store. The orange hammers. Just hello. Good morning. Buongiorno. Buenos dias. Magandang umaga. I don't know how many different ways I can say it. Beautiful, beautiful coral. Rose gold ones are really nice too. Purple and green. A lot of these are going to get fragged up just because when we get charged on our invoice, we get charged now per head. That isn't the way it used to be in the industry. You just bought stuff by a colony. It was like small, medium, large. Now we're getting charged per head, so unfortunately we have to charge per head. So to go and try and sell something like this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can count maybe 7, 8 heads on it, it's just not feasible. It gets quite expensive. The price is going to be I think really high for most reefers. But the hammers, torches, very cool varieties and healthy. These just came in last night. You can see how open they are. Bubble coral. These are some of the nicest bubble corals I've ever seen. Very cool bubble coral. I'm used to seeing them more in like this bluish white kind of bluey sort of white. I think I got some I can show you after, but let's continue this way. This is an example of a dying long tentacle plate coral. That sucks. He did not ship well. Very minimal DOA on this order. I would say less than 1%. We got 290 new individual colonies. Oh man. I'm trying not to get sidetracked right now. I'm looking over at a Gawnipora on my left. Okay, I'm going to save that for later. I'm going to keep talking about this piece. For whatever reason, it just, the transit was too much. It's unfortunate. I don't see any possible way in saving this, but I'm going to leave it because Tia has had really good luck at home saving plate corals. So if you know Tia, she's the manager here in the store, and she's kind of got this weird knack or talent for bringing back stuff like this. Sometimes plate corals at the end of their life, like right before they're about to die, what they do is they shoot out a bunch of babies. It's really cool. It's like they know this is it, guys, we're finished, and they'll shoot out a bunch of babies to kind of continue on living. Really cool chalice coral. This is the blue and kind of white bubble coral I was just referring to a second ago. We have over here some Rhodactis mushrooms. That's a healthy plate coral. That's what you want to see. Exact opposite of this one. Skeleton showing, deflated, retracted polyps, open mouth. Exact opposite. Inflated, long tentacles, small mouth, bubbly. This guy looks great. This is one of the nicest Lobos on the shipment. One of the nicest Lobos I'm going to say that we've ever gotten in. It's cool. Yellow on a Lobo is not very common, and it's like a yellow-green sort of splatter. You always hear me describing the colors, and that's because I'm moving away from using what I find overused and abused marketing terms in the hobby. Sorry, I'm just going to hit my handy Apex plug. What up, Neptune? Disregard the diapers, and not mine. I don't have kids. Not yet. The kids are my corals. Okay, and the dog. But what I find is sort of an overused and abused term in the hobby is the words rainbow and ultra. So I'm going through the website and I'm taking down those words and refusing to use them anymore, because I feel like they become meaningless and they kind of got hoarded out and everything is rainbow, ultra, dynamo, blah blah blah, whatever. You hear me rant about that stuff enough. Lobos look good though. Lobo, lobo, lobo. Lobobo, lobobo, lobolo. Very nice. Some chalice, more chalice, lots of chalice in this order. And I'm going to show you in a second some Zoanthids because I'm pretty sure I made a typo. I ordered a ridiculous amount. Branching dunking, here we go. One of my second favorite corals of all time, and I'm going to keep a little bit more from this order than usual. And if you hear me say keep, what is this guy talking about? Doesn't he sell corals? He does. But also, we have display tanks here in the store, which I think are a good indicator of a store. You know what? You can talk all day. I'll put this in your tank and do that. Look at the display tanks. Judge us based on these. So when I say keep something, I want another 1 or 2 dunking corals over here for our display tank. So I'm going to find a spot for them. And I'm going to keep 1 orange hammer, I think, to complete this garden over here. Oh, he fell down. I want to get this looking complete, and I think the final step is an orange hammer. And I want 2 more dunking corals. So that's what I mean if I say keep. Keep means literally I'm keeping it. Daisies, hello. Daisy corals. Lots of open brains, open brains, open brains. I just did a video on how to successfully keep these. That's cool. Open brains, lots of sun coral too. Oh no, are they sun coral, Matt? Yeah. Yeah, not what's the other one? Dendrophilia. Platygyra, maze brains. I'm going to finish off with some of the nicest corals from the shipment. This is a very cool Favia. I really like this, whatever this is. This is the Ganipora I was just talking about. And then you can clearly see it on the tentacles. Let me get nice and close. Well, you know what? Let me grab the macro lens so I can justify that $2,000 purchase. Online, please?
No, sure.
You're sure? Certain?
Sure.
So I'm confused then. 6 is Alvi. Whatever it is very nice. And so are the Acans. That's what I want.
12 and 24.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So which one is 12?
Alveolars.
Alvipora 12.
Yeah.
Ganipora?
24.
24. So this is an Alvi, because it's got 12. And then the one I was showing you guys earlier, over here, would be a, oh, sorry, bear with me, Gani. At least that's what Google's telling us. And you just got to take time to count the tentacles. And the Ganis, I think they're a little bit skinnier, if that makes sense. The Alveolars are a little bit fatter. So the Acans, check these things out. Oh man. Gani's aggressive, Alvi's not. Acans just came in perfect. No DOA. DOA, when I keep using that word, means death on arrival. So none of them dead. Amazing colors, they're already open. They don't look like they shipped last night, you know, for 72 hours from Australia. This one looks great. Oh yeah. Oh, I like it. You know what? I like it, and when I like it, I like it. This is probably the nicest Acan that's in here. Orange, yellow, green. But I'm not allowed to use the word rainbow, so I'm going to find other words. And when we order on the list, yeah, sometimes they do say rainbow, like from our suppliers, or they'll just say A grade, B grade. I think I may revert to using like tricolor, quad color, bicolor, because I think that's just more of an accurate representation. How many colors can I see on this? I see 2. This would be a bicolor Australian Acan, and I'm trying to use the Latin names more. If I see 3 or 4 colors, instead of saying rainbow or ultra, I'll just simply describe how many colors I'm seeing in the coral. So I'll call it a tricolor Acan, but we'll see as time goes on and the rantings of an old man are influencing the names of his corals. Ah, pink, this is cool. I think I'm spending too much time talking about the Acans, but that's just because they're a personal favorite of mine. I think I made a little order mistake because we ordered a lot of Acanthophilias. Not to say that there's anything wrong with it, it's just more than I would normally order. This one's crazy with the dots. Acanthocynorina. This one's got some crazy dots. Oh, orange plate corals. Where are you, buddy? Yeah, this one's cool too. Just a very unusual pattern, but we got lots. I got like close to 40 or 50 of them in stock right now. It's just, I have a feeling I made a mistake on my order form, but that's okay. Because we're getting into our busy season. Black Friday's coming up. We got Boxing Day. If you don't know what that is, that's like our Black Friday here in Canada. It happens right after Christmas. Retailers are smart to get you to buy right before Christmas, and then boom, they hit you again right on the 26th of December. Go out and buy more because they have crazy deals. We never used to have Black Friday. That is a kind of a US only holiday sale, but we've completely 100% adopted it. Some nice elegance corals on the smaller end too. They're like the size of golf balls. They're kind of small, so you have a smaller tank, a Fluval Evo, a Water Box 10, you know, a Pico, a JBJ, something like that. These would make a great fit because typically we're getting in elegances the size of your head, the size of footballs, like 10 inches across, very, very large elegance corals. These are small, but way better suited for a smaller tank. My obsession with leather continues with this semi-long tentacle, not completely long tentacle, but longer than most. You're sticking out about an inch on this. This is just a wild Australian toadstool. The industry was sort of, what's the word, confused? There was some confusion surrounding the export of wild corals up until like last week. Wild stuff coming out of Australia. So most of the wild Australian corals are coming right off of the reef. There's not too much mariculture going on or aquaculture the way it's happening in Indo. And they were due for some, basically a permit restructuring. But at least good news for the hobbyists. This is really cool. This kind of blue Cynorina. Good news for hobbyists, that was all sorted out and it got extended for at least 4 more years of sustainable collection from the reef. It's a very, very small portion that they're allowed to touch. I can do a video talking about that, or maybe I can just reference one that I've seen some that probably can do a better job talking about it. And I can check out this Fabia. This is going to color up very nicely. Some incredible clams. These are aquaculture. These are not taken from the wild, so a supplier does have a farm facility to grow these out, and these are Maxima. They're kind of like a blue-purple on the bigger end. They're about 4 inches from their entire mantle on the shell. This one's nice too. Damn it, I may end up keeping one of these as well. I haven't had a clam in a display for a while. Lots of nice rocks full of zoanthids. In Australia, their color varieties of zoanthids are like nowhere else. It's almost like every country, or rather every ocean, you find certain kinds of zoanthid variations. So this one I only ever see from Australia, and same, if I can focus in on a second here, these ones, they're just opening up. The lights just came on. You see these blue ones here? Same idea. Very cool, like electric sort of blue zoas. This is for the zoas out there. Rather the zoa lovers. These are very nice as well. The other rocks I can't show you just yet. They haven't. They're not really opening. Beautiful bubble tip anemones. Very healthy. Very big. Very nice color. This is textbook. With the bubbles on the end of that guy. It looks great. These are up on our site now. Sorry, I know it's about corals. I just got to show you this one more time. This pincushion, because it's just so cool, and I have the macro lens out now. And we really do not get these often at all. Maybe once or twice a year. If you're looking for just a really cool pop of color, but also very useful algae eater in your tank, check out this thing. They are on our website right now, and they don't last long, and it's cool. You're just not going to see something like this every day. I have one in my own personal display tank. This is that same hammer I was showing at the beginning of the video. It's really unusual. It's really cool. Like purpley, gold streaked, green ended. I can't even describe the color really, but it is quite a nice piece. Now, because there are 300 corals here, it does take us time to work through them, upload them to the site, figure out pricing, frag them. If there is something that caught your eye in this video, just let us know. Maybe like screenshot it, email it to us, say, hey, I really like that one, and we could perhaps get it to you sooner. You could reserve it or have the coral before it does end up on the website. It's Latastria, Fabia for days and days and days. Pagoda Cup coral. I haven't had these in a little while. cute little sizes of Pagoda if you want to watch them grow out. Some corals you want them on the smaller size, to be honest. You don't want massive corals. You want to sort of enjoy them, especially stuff that you can't frag. You know, it'd be nice to have it for 3-4 years before the thing takes over your tank. Some open brain corals. Okay, I think we're going to wrap this one up. There's a lot of corals here, so just bear with us as we do get them on the site. Like I said, if there is something that caught your eye throughout the video and you want that exact piece, screenshot it, send us an email. We'll get it out to you before it gets up on the site. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, or just come back tomorrow because we do a reef-related video like this 7 days a week. That's what we're about here at Fragbox TV. Thank you for watching this episode, and have a nice day.